What's good, y'all? Rich Sosa back in the building, and today I am going to be bringing y'all a very special video. Today, I got y'all the first ever top 2 wing builds coming at y'all on NBA 2K21 current gen. As you can see, the first build that I got lined up for y'all is going to be called the 3 and D wing. I'm telling you, I looked at every single one of these wing builds that I have put out throughout the year, analyzed all of them, and honestly, the top 2 of my favorite builds are going to be shown today. I did not just want to go ahead and put one of them out, so that's why I'm bringing y'all both of them in one video. So if you are watching, man, y'all already know what y'all need to do. Be sure to hit that sub button if you're new to the Rich Gang family, as well as any new supporters. I would appreciate if y'all went ahead and hit that like button. Go ahead and share this banger with your family and friends. But last but not least, be sure to turn on post notifications so y'all can see when I upload every single day. So of course, if you know about these wing builds, the first thing that we have to go ahead and do when it comes to making them is put them under the small forward position. You cannot get these builds out of any other position than the small forward. That's what a wing is. So let's go ahead and get into the pie chart now. So there are a couple different pie charts as well that you can most definitely make this build out of, but I'm gonna go ahead and tell y'all right now, the best version to make it out of is right here, the one split right down the middle with the defense as well as the shooting. Now, like I said, there are other pie charts that you can go ahead and take some risk on to try to make the build and still maintain the name. That's completely up to y'all. But let's go ahead and get into the physical profile now. So as you can see, a lot of people really like the first one because of the max speed, but I really like this fourth one because of the vertical that we get on it, and we're not taking too much of a hit when it comes to our acceleration or even our speed. So it really comes down to what y'all want to do, but I'm going to go ahead and pick the one with the 77 speed, 76 acceleration, and an 82 vertical. I'm not too worried about the strength on this build, especially because of how 2K is when you play it. Y'all most definitely know that there are times where it feels like strength does not even matter. So let's go ahead and get into the making of this build. When it comes to the close shot, the first thing you want to go ahead and do is put that to an 84. Driving layup and the driving dunk are both going to be maxed out. And then on the standing dunk, put this to a 48 for 4 finishing badges. Then when it comes to the shooting, mid-range shot has to stay at a 74. 3-point shot's going to go to a 75. Free throw is actually going to go up to an 88. And then, when it comes to the post fade, put this to a 79 for 18 shooting badges. Now, when it comes to the playmaking, go ahead and put your pass accuracy to a 75. Ball handle is going to be a 68. And then when it comes to the post moves, for badge purposes, you can go ahead and put it up to what you want to do. I'm going to go with the 40 for 6 playmaking badges, and we're going to leave it at that. Now let's go ahead and get into the defense. Perimeter defense is going to go up to an 82. Lateral quickness, same thing, and also with the steal. Then when it comes to the defensive rebound, max this out at 76. Put the rest on your block or even your interior defense. You could even go with the offensive rebound. You can go anywhere that you want to with these last couple of stats as long as it does not touch your finishing or your shooting. I'm telling you, play it safe to get this build name, but as you can see right here, you can get an extra badge on the playmaking side of things. When it comes to the finishing, it does not make too much of a difference. Just be sure that you don't throw the stats into your mid-range shot trying to get extra shooting badges, because that is really going to change up this build name, and it makes a big difference when it comes to the wingspan as well. So when it comes to the body shape, you could go with what you like, but I'm telling you, for me, I really like how Burley is looking. Then when it comes to the height, what we're going to go ahead and do here, go ahead and put this build down to 6'5". Yes, this is going to be like a guard build, especially with the height how it looks, but the defense is very overpowered. When it comes to the weight, what I'm going to go ahead and put on is going to be 181. You could go ahead somewhere around this range if you want to. You could go higher or lower. It really comes down to what you like and based off of your preference. Then when it comes to the wingspan, like I said, it makes a huge difference when it comes to your stats when looking at this and what they changed to. So if you go to 78.8 at 99 overall, we will be getting pro dribble moves with this build. Mid-range shot's going to be an 80, 3-point shot's going to be an 82, but keep in mind, we're going to be getting a +4, and then on top of all that, we get boost as well. So a lot of things go into an account when it comes to making this build. As you can see, the takeovers we get are going to be the lockdown, sharpshooting, playmaking, as well as the shot creating. All of these are going to be really good. Playmaking I personally like because you're going to be able to actually drop your opponents to the floor. But lockdown is always going to be overpowered. So y'all most definitely know that that's what I got to go with. And as y'all can see, the first build that I got for y'all, the 3 and D wing. Going to be able to get the pro dribble moves, going to be able to shoot at ease and play some lockdown defense. Let's go ahead and get into the next build that I got lined up for y'all, the offensive minded wing. Of course, with this build as well, we have to go ahead and make it under the small forward. Now this build honestly reminds me of a Ben Simmons build, but the thing about it is super rare. The badge count is going to be really nice, and when it comes to the stats, surprisingly, this is a build that I would highly consider making and using. So if you want to go ahead and make this build, be sure to stick around. So if y'all made it this far, go ahead and let me know right now in the comment section what y'all thought about that first build. But at the end of this video, go ahead and let me know as well, between these two builds, which one are you going to make and why? Now, when it comes to this video, if y'all made it this far, go ahead and turn on post notifications. You might as well. Be sure to hit that like button, and also, if you're new, be sure to hit that sub button, y'all. I am truly grateful for everybody that comes through, and just know that I am never going to give up on this. We are going to continue to drop these bangers daily. So let's go ahead and get into the making of this build. First, you want to go ahead and put it under the small forward position. Then when it comes to the pie chart, I am more than sure that you're going to be able to make this build out of a different pie chart other than what I'm going to show y'all. But if you want to go ahead and make this version, I'm telling you, go ahead and pick the pie chart that is going to be shown right here. The pure playmaking pie chart. Yes, surprisingly, you get this build out of this pie chart, and that is something that I really like. When it comes to the physical profile, as you can see, we get an 87 speed, which is the max when it comes to this build and this specific pie chart. I'm going to go ahead and go with just that one. If you want to, you could go with the fourth one for the vertical, but I'm going to go ahead and play a little different when it comes to this build. Now, when it comes to these stats, be sure that you are following along exactly as I am showing y'all. Everything in this build really matters, so let's go ahead and get right into it. As you can see on the finishing side, we're going to go ahead and start off with the close shot being maxed out at an 83. Driving layup's going to be maxed out at a 78, and the driving dunk's going to be maxed out at a 70. Then when it comes to the standing dunk, what you want to go ahead and do is put this to a 27, and that's actually going to give us 4 finishing badges. We have 331 stats left over, so let's go ahead and get right into it when it comes to the shooting. Max out your mid-range shot. Go ahead and do the same thing with your three-pointer. Then when it comes to the free throw, put this to an 84. And then on the post-fade side of things, put this to a 70 if you want to go ahead and get the max badges. But if you want to go ahead and change a couple different things just to be safe, you could go ahead and take it all the way down and just leave your top 3 stats max. That's going to give us 11 badges on the shooting, which is honestly super balanced. Let's go ahead and get into the playmaking side of things now. Of course, this is an offensive-minded wing build. So we're going to go ahead and upgrade that ball handle maxed out at 85. And then when it comes to that pass accuracy, as you can see, once we start putting badges into here, the badge count goes up a lot. So we're going to go ahead and get an 82 pass accuracy for 27 badges. We have 200 stats pretty much left over just for the defensive side of things. So if you want to, you could go ahead and make your own version of this build. From here, it really comes down to what you want to do, but you also risk changing up the build name. So with these last 200 stats, in my opinion, it is honestly going to be best to put them all in the defensive side. I'm going to upgrade my interior defense maxed out. Same thing with my perimeter, lateral quickness, and steal, as well as the block. And then when it comes to the defensive rebound, I'm going to max that out first, and then from there, put the rest into my offensive for 10 badges. For this badge count, 4, 11, 27, and 10 for this kind of wing build, being super rare and also super overpowered, gonna be one that I would highly recommend that you make, and that is why this is easily 2 of the top best wing builds in NBA 2K. So let's go ahead and start to finish it off. When it comes to the body shape, you could go with whatever you like. I personally like burly. Then when it comes to the height, what you want to go ahead and do is go ahead and look at what this build is looking like at 6'6". The stats really take a huge boost, so honestly, if you want to go ahead and test it out, go ahead and do so. But I also like how 6'8" is looking. And as you can see, when it comes to the weight, go ahead and put it down to the lowest. Then from there, you could pretty much put it up to where it is not affecting your speed or your acceleration. Somewhere around the 180 range is going to be perfectly fine. You could even go in the 190s if you want to. It really comes down to your preference. Now, let's go ahead and get into the wingspan. This is probably going to be one of the most important parts of this build. So as you can see, if you lower all the way, we do get that sharpshooting takeover, y'all. Going to be very clutch if you want this version. But if you go ahead and put it to 85.0 or anything higher, you're going to see a big difference. Now, if you go ahead and leave it at the base of 84.0, we're actually still going to be able to keep that lockdown takeover. So that's what I'm going to end up going with. I got to pick that lockdown take. And as y'all can see, we have made the offensive minded wing, y'all. Thank y'all to the Rich Gang family for finishing the entire video through. I truly appreciate y'all. Just know that I got another banger dropping for y'all tomorrow. So man, y'all already know what y'all need to do. Be sure to hit that sub button if you're new. To the Rich Gang family and any new supporters, I would appreciate it if y'all went ahead and hit that like button. Gonna help me out so much. Be sure to share this video with your family and friends, but also be sure to turn on post notifications so y'all can catch me when I upload every single day. Man, with all that being said, I got one last thing to say. Rich out.